Hey there. So today I just wanted to review my Invicta watch. So I bought this for because I wanted a mechanical watch and I wanted a diving watch, and it was relatively in my price range. I think I paid like $70 for this, which was probably too much, but I didn't really know the brand at the time, and so since I've worn this for about, it's not been my only watch. I've worn other watches, but overall I've been pretty happy with this watch. I've liked wearing this for sure. It is fatter because it's a mechanical, but besides that, I've liked wearing this, and I don't feel that it's such a bad watch. So the things that I like about this is that it has a clear back, and you can see the movement and everything behind it, which is nice. That's I really enjoyed that, because if I wanted, this is my first mechanical watch, so the first one that I would get, I want to be able to see that. That's why I'm buying the watch, is because it's mechanical, so I want to see into it and that it is. So I really like that it has a clear back, as well as these are I think this is a screw down. Sometimes they do that to make it look like it's a screw down, but I think this is a screw down back, which is better for water resistance, since it is 200 meters water resistant, which is pretty good too. I don't know if it's more than 200 or less than 200, but as a diving watch, that's not bad. And I do like how that's engraved on the side there. I think that looks nice. I thought that was a nice feature, as well as there is a little emblem or logo on the knob there, time adjusting knob. I thought that was nice. So all those things I liked about this watch. I like how there's a little illuminator dot right there at the 12 o'clock. This is ratcheting bezel. This is easier to spin with two hands than it is one hand on your wrist, especially if you have greasy hands or sweaty hands. It's actually fairly tough sometimes to spin this, but this is 120 clicks, I believe. There we go. Which is pretty nice too. The downsides are that it's not accurate, and the brand is not that great. Invicta is kind of known as being just flashy watches without any real substance, you could say. They just look nice, and they kind of steal from other designs and whatnot. I mean, which is fine, because if you can't afford a $2,000 Rolex, this kind of looks like a Rolex. So it's nice in that sense. But so it's not the best brand. It's not accurate. It's not like you can't hand wind it. It has the auto wind thing, which is fine too. I don't mind that much, but it's kind of always, I don't have a watch that does that, so it would be nice to get one that does. But another thing, I guess I'm not sure what these numbers here mean. Maybe it's the number of, it says 13-11, I don't know if you can see that, but it's not the model number, but maybe it's just when it was made or what factory, or they have some coding for that, so I'm kind of not sure what that means. I would be interested to find out what it does mean. But this is the 9110, as you've already known by watching this video. But I do like let me clean this for a second. The crystal. I don't think the crystal is all that nice, or quartz or whatever it is. You can see the magnifying glass, which is pretty cool. I do kind of like that. I don't have that on any other watch, so it's cool to have that here. But there's 2 or 3 good nicks on that, which is, you know, it still works, but I see that every time like I look at the watch, is that I know that there's a nick there. I don't know if you can kind of see that well. I'm trying to find the right glare. But, so there's a few nicks there, so it's not the most expensive glass. But, I mean, I think the polishing is not the nicest it could be, but it's pretty nice. You know, it's polished on the sides, but right here it's just on the top. It's brushed, but on the sides it's polished. And you can see scratches in that. But you can see it's pretty mirror-like. You can see the camera. But the hour markers are raised, which is pretty nice, which gives that nice 3D look to the face. The second hand, how it has the little emblem on the opposite side, I do kind of like. I like that. You know, that anything. I mean, otherwise it would just be like a stick or something. But the fact that they put that there, I just feel that that's kind of nicer. It's, you know, it costs more, so obviously I paid for it. But that is kind of nice. A nice little feature, especially with the 3D emblem again. It's not like painted on there like this. This text down here is painted on there, but this is like a raised logo as well, which is pretty nice. And it's a glossy black face, the analog. It's not matte or anything, which is maybe more common with dive watches, but this is glossy, so it's a little more dressy, I guess. And the hands also are shiny and chromed well. This is not super hard to undo. Putting back on is okay. I can do that kind of no problems. I wouldn't want to. It's easier to take off the watch and to do it, if that makes any sense. Some watches you can do it fine, just right on your wrist. But it doesn't seem, you can see that there's a little wobble there. Really expensive watches, there wouldn't be such a play maybe. But this is, it's pretty smooth actually. Like, it doesn't feel sandy or gritty. Feels pretty consistent spinning this, which is pretty nice. This is kind of loud though. If you bring it up to your ear, you can definitely hear this ticking. That may be a soothing thing for you, or you may not like that, but it is said, I think it's said, I've heard this before, that, you know, the noisier watches are the I guess least expensive they are. You know, they're not that nice if they're noisy. If they're more quiet, then they're more expensive watches. But that probably could be a little more sturdy, but that's on all the way out. It's definitely, you can screw that down no problem, and it's fairly tight. and it's, you know, that's not going to come undone. So overall, I do like this watch. I wish there was, you know, a little more jimping around here so I can spin this easier, but this is a fun little function I've used for cooking, you know, watching what time I put something in the oven, time me how long it takes to walk somewhere. It's useful. I'd use it more if it was easier to spin, but since I know that it's hard to spin it on your wrist, I end up not doing it that much or as much as I wanted to. But overall, I do like this watch. I know there's other watches that are probably better buys, but I've been pretty happy with this. It's all the little things that they did with this watch. It doesn't seem like it should be any more expensive than it is, but it could be cheaper, but I don't know. Shouldn't go too low. I think that's the cost. The raised dial markers and the emblem on the second hand and the engravement on the side and the screw down but clear back case as well. You know, all those things add cost, but you know, they make the watch a little more nicer. Like I could probably do without that and that, but it's nice to have those, for me at least. But you know, it's not that accurate, so it shows that they put the money into these things, which are not very useful when it's an actual timepiece and it's supposed to keep time. So that's my review. I've enjoyed wearing this watch, and I'm going to enjoy to continue to wear it as well. So I guess that'll conclude my little review here. By the way, this strap did not come with it. I put it on later. It's a County Com strap I got from them. It was about $8. Pretty thick nylon webbing, stitched, fairly nice. I suggest this with this watch. Alright, thanks for watching. Hey there, forgot to do a loom shot, so it's not the greatest for sure, but I'll turn off the flashlight now. You can see the second hand moving along there. You can see the hour and minute hand very clearly. You can just see the dot up top, but beyond the hour markers, those are not that great. I'll hit it again. Maybe you can see it better on your screen, but the hour and minute hand is great. I mean, not great, but pretty good, but the hour markers are not that great. Alright, thanks for watching.